Ashes of Moonlight, a war of witches and demons. Prologue. The land of Ilaria. Once, magic flowed freely here. Rivers of power nurtured forests, summoned rain. Witches, stewards of the natural world, held the balance. Demons, born of shadow and flame, craved dominion, seeking to twist Ilaria into a realm of endless night. Centuries ago, the witches and demons forged an uneasy truce. That truce has shattered, and in the midst of blood and two young warriors, a witch and a demon, find that sometimes the enemy you fear is the only one who can save you. Inside the highest spire, Leora Starwind, 20 years old, and third-rank witch. Visions churned in the waters, cities burning, skies clawed by black wings, rivers running crimson. Chapter 1. The Witch of Starfall Rain poured over Starfall Citadel. A knock on the door broke her trance. "Come in," Leora said, her voice clipped. "The High Coven has summoned you." The demons have crossed the Shadow March. They ride for Verdant Vale. Mistress Iredell entered, robes billowing. Her silver hair framed a face etched with worry. Leora's eyes widened. She glanced again at the vision in her basin, where she saw a figure wreathed in blue fire, eyes like molten gold. Her heartbeat quickened. The truce is over. We must defend Ilaria. Prepare yourself. And he wondered if prophecy bound them both. As Iredell left, Leora clenched her fists. Rathos. 4 nights she'd dreamt of him, and she feared those dreams were omens of destiny. Birds sang under golden sun. Then horns of war shattered the peace. Witches in green and white fought back, hurling vines and lightning. Spells collided. Chapter 2. The demon's choice far away. Leora's heart stopped. It was Rathos. It shrieked and fell. But more demons swarmed forward. Below, she saw witches dying, their bodies scorched. A colossal demon, 10 feet tall, swung a hammer of obsidian. "You disappoint me. You speak of peace." Weakness. 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 The witches hoard power while our kin starve. It is time to claim Ilaria. His crimson skin glowed faintly in the firelight. And slaughter innocents. Spill rivers of blood. Khal snarled. The witches are not innocent. They enslaved the flow of magic. We take what is ours. Silence stretched between them. Finally, Khal waved a clawed hand. "Ride with the war host to Verdant Vale. Burn." He thought of the witch in his dreams. Silver hair, violet eyes. Rathos lowered his gaze, but in his mind, doubt blossomed. Chapter 3. Verdant veil. Burns. Verdant veil. Burns. Verdant veil. I don't want to fight you. Demons surged through the trees, spitting flame and shadow. Leora flew overhead on a broom of woven silver birch. If he claimed it, he'd plunge Ilaria into darkness. Rathos stepped in front of her, blocking a blow with his flaming sword. He slew his own kin. She dove, shouting a spell. A spear of white light pierced the demon's chest. Among them, a tall demon, with blue flames swirling around him, cut down to witches. Their eyes met across the battlefield. For a heartbeat, everything fell silent. The grand hall glittered with floating stars, suspended spells glowing like lanterns. Chapter 4. An unlikely, packed Leora landed near Rathos. "Stay back," she cried, "or I'll destroy you." Not all demons crave blood. Some of us want peace. Rathos held up his hands. "You're a demon," she hissed. "Your kind is slaughtering my sisters." His golden eyes glowed. A massive demon lunged at Leora. Created eons ago, it could absorb all moonlight, the source of witch magic, plunging Ilaria into eternal night. Leora stared in shock. "Why? I'll fight." "But we need allies." "Because this war is wrong," Rathos said. "Help me end it." Chapter 5. Flight through the forest. He met her eyes, and in that moment, they both understood they'd become something more than enemies, perhaps something closer to friends, or more. Hours later, exhausted, they collapsed beside a silver stream. Demons turned on Rathos, calling him traitor. Spells exploded around them. Leora grabbed Rathos's arm. Rathos revealed that Ka-Al sought an ancient artifact, the Orb of Endless Night, buried beneath Starfall Citadel. This war ends now. They fled into the deeper woods. Silver light cut through the darkness, but the demons kept coming. Leora demanded answers. Leora gasped. "That's where our High Coven resides." Rathos nodded. "My father must be stopped. And I need your help." Leora struggled with rage and confusion. A demon as an ally. Her teachers would call it heresy, but deep inside, she sensed truth in Rathos's words. Chapter 6. The High Coven's Judgment at Starfall Citadel. Leora brought Rathos in chains before the High Coven. Mistress Iredell glared at Rathos. "He knows Kalla's plan." Other witches murmured in fury. Iredell's eyes softened slightly. "If what you say is true, we cannot ignore it. But he must be watched." Rathos inclined his head. "I submit to your judgment." Chapter 7. Secrets of the Orb. Deep in the Citadel vaults. Rathos said, My father will attack Starfall within days. I want to help rebuild Illyria. Vast wings beat the air. Fire rained upon the walls. Starfall Citadel shuddered as demons hurled black fire. Mistress Iridel clasped Leora's shoulder. You must lead our defense. Leora nodded. She glanced at Roth. Chapter 8. Siege of Starfall. Leora led witches onto the battlements, chanting spells. Khal himself arrived, riding a nightmare beast wreathed in flame. "Bring me the orb!" he roared. Rathos stepped forward. Khal snarled. "Then you die with the witches." Father and son clashed, fire against blue flame. Spells collided, shaking the very stones. Chapter 9. Heart of Moonlight. Inside the citadel, Khal broke past the defenses, seizing the orb. Its surface pulsed with eerie black light. Leora chased him, battered but determined. She flung spells, but Khal deflected them with contemptuous ease. "I will extinguish the moons," he hissed. Rathos lunged at his father, blade flashing. They grappled, claw and sword locked. Khal roared, "I gave you life. And I choose how to live it," Rathos shouted. Leora gathered the last of her magic. Moonlight spilled from her palms. Lux Kailorum. A beam of pure lunar fire struck the orb. It cracked, splintering into shards. Khal screamed in agony as magic ripped through him. Then he vanished, leaving only ashes. Chapter 10. A new dawn. Starfall Citadel stood silent, as dawn painted the skies pink and gold. The witches mourned their dead and rebuilt their walls. Mistress Iridel approached Leora and Rathos. "Illyria owes you a great debt." Leora turned to Rathos. "What will you do now?" He looked toward the horizon. "My people need guidance." Iridel inclined her head. "You may remain, but we shall watch you." Rathos gave a crooked smile. "Fair enough." As the sun rose, Leora and Rathos stood together upon the battlements, hand in hand, watching the light spill over the land. Epilogue. The wounds of war would take time to heal. Witches and demons were still wary of one another. But rumors spread across Illyria that a witch and a demon had stood side by side to save the world. And beneath the twin moons, magic flowed once more. Bright as hope, gentle as moonlight. The end.